Welcome to the Working Youth. Yes, today is Wednesday and we're back again. So, like I said, Wednesdays is dedicated to the book The Way Forward. And last week, I want us to have a little recap of what we did last week. So last week, we discussed on the principle of existence, and we said you have every right to exist in a space. So when we say you have every right to exist in a space, you have the right to speak out when it's needed. You have the right to take dominion and charge of wherever you set your feet. You have the right to be who and what you are. That is the examples we used, yes, last week. And I also gave you an assignment. I asked you to write down 20 circumstances or events where you belittled yourself, you shrunk, or where you could not speak out when you were supposed to speak out. So I asked you to write 20 of that. Don't worry if you weren't able to do it. You can still grab your notebook and pen and write down 20 things, 20 events and circumstances where you could not speak out, or you chose to keep quiet or silent, or events where you chose to let people trample on you and people speak to you anyhow, or events where you made people take acknowledgement of things you did. Yes, so if you did not get the time to do that, don't worry, you have all the time to do it. Get a notebook and write those 20 things down. We are going to use them. We are going to use them to create a powerful gemstone that will be a roadmap for the transformation of your life. This is the Awakened Youth. You are the light. The 20 things that you've written as problems. But for mind science and mind education, we see it as the negative things running your life. We see it as the fear, self-sabotage, and the negative emotions that is running your life. And once we notice them, we know how to utilize them to make you more productive and bring out the good in you. So we don't see it as a problem. What you've written is not a problem. It is gemstone. It is gold that you use to elevate your life. So today, we are going to look at how we are going to categorize all the 20 things you've written into the 5 dimensions of life. And what are the 5 dimensions of life? They are the physical aspect of our lives. When we say physical aspect of our lives, it has to do with how your physical activities like exercise and eating right, having making good healthy choices. Yes, that is the physical aspect. Then we have the psychological and mental aspect. It is the negative thoughts, self-sabotaging, negative emotions. They all fall under psychological and mental life. Then we have the social. Social has to do with the negative aspect of the social life is when you feel you isolate yourself, you don't like to be among people, you are in a toxic relationship. That is the social life. Then we have the financial and career life. Financial and career life the negative aspect can be being in debt, not having a stable career, having issues with your life all over, and not knowing where and what to do. Then we have spiritual life. The spiritual life is when you are not in tune with life. You don't know where and how to stay connected to nature, how to stay connected to the source. So that is the spiritual aspect. So, Awaken Youth, we don't just teach theories. We teach you practical things that you can apply to your life. So what we are going to do is that with the 20 lists that you've done, I don't call it problem. I call it gold nuggets. You are going to categorize them into the 5 dimensions of life. So the 5 dimensions, I'll be posting them here. I'll be posting a flyer here that describes what the dimensions are. So once you get to know these dimensions, you look at the list that you've written all the 20 and categorize them. So, when you take your spiritual life, you can look at how you've disconnected from God. So that one will fall under spiritual. So you can write as much as you can. But if you look at the 20 list that you wrote and you don't find anything that resonates with spiritual life, you can sit yourself down and look at how and analyze how you might have belittled yourself in your spiritual life and write it under that list. Then you come to your psychological, look at how many times you've made people trample on you, people made you feel less of yourself, and write them down. You come to your social life, look at how you've made people take advantage of you and how you've disconnected from society or how you've ignored people. Then you come to your financial life, you write that. You do that for all the 5 dimensions. Yes. So you have the whole of this Wednesday to the next Wednesday, where we shall meet and we will upgrade on what we are going to do with what you are doing. At Awaken Youth, we don't teach theories. We teach you how to use the problems you have, how to turn them into gemstones for your elevation. Awaken Youth, you are the light of the world. So if you are interested and want to commit yourself to this activity, just write Awaken, Awaken. I'm awakened and we'll do this. Just comment, I'm awakened and we'll do this. Awaken Youth, you are the light of the world. If you have any questions or if you have any comments, you can just type in the comment section and I will come back and reply. Stay blessed and have a wonderful day. Awaken Youth, you are the light of the world.